Hi everyone, I'm China Marbury,
And I'm China Daly.
and today we'll talk about the Young Men's Christian Association, which stands for YMCA. Over time, we have been observing that the YMCA has been effectively helping their community by supporting them and advocating for them. However, we use our research to do surveys, community mapping, and interviews. And I will show y'all the pictures. We realize the gaps between the YMCA and mental health resources for the community. However, the strength for the community is that it is a faith-based, organization, and is very diverse. However, it helps students with educational institutions, but the limitations are food insecurities, transportation barriers, and mental health resources. So yes, the YMCA provides a lot of educational resources and physical health well-being as far as a gym, a track, and a basketball court, but there isn't a lot of transportation for those who are in low-income areas to help those students get there to need where they be. However, in our community mapping, we noticed that the lack of youth have been specifically outside the YMCA. So yes, even though the YMCA is very diverse, they haven't been empowering those in low-income environments. But the YMCA is surrounded by libraries, schools, and churches, but not mainly helping those within low-income places, like I said. However, we do believe that the YMCA needs more sponsorship and mentoring. We believe that if they collaborate with local schools and those with other community resources within the community, they would very much help out. What do you think, John?
So yes, to build off of what China said, we discovered the weaknesses and the pros of the YMCA. Starting with the strengths, the YMCA strengths includes reputation, central location, and history of inclusive programs. Is a safe space for youth and families, which is very essential when dealing with the population. But as we continue to do our research, we saw that there were some weaknesses as well. It's limited funding, staff shortening, gaps in programs for teens and older adults, and they face high rates of poverty, education disparities, and public services. As China once said, transportation is very limited. This moved me on to my next point, where we wanted to know the recommendations to increase effectiveness and decrease problems. We thought that if you develop strategic partnerships with schools, mental health agencies, faith-based organizations within the community, we knew that we needed to seek grant funding for after-school and workforce readiness programs. We wanted to expand outreach through neighborhoods using mobile and transportation services to make it more convenient for, like we said, both students as well as families. The presentation increased awareness of deeply rooted social and economic disparities within the community and the impact of the YMCA service population. We do feel that these recommendations that we stated today are very achievable because we know that it takes a community to help build the foundation that we are looking for with the youth. We also know that with the right resources, the right people, the right access to things, that we could help increase the livelihood of teens and families infected, because after all, once again, China did state that the YMCA is centered in a population that is all within the community. So we hope that you learned from us and we enjoyed thoroughly just finding out knowledge of the YMCA. Is there anything else you would like to add, China?
Yes, and we also want to state that since the YMCA focuses on children, they need to have more family interventions, because research has stated if you include the fathers more, that the children will become better more. So that's all I have to say.
Yes, and we enjoyed doing these presentations. We hope that we see you in the future as we go to dissect a community one place at a time.